Hi everybody, welcome back, or welcome if you are new. In today's video we are going to be going through week 3 of my budget, October budget. So that is the 19th through the 25th of 2023. So I already have my trackers over in this area over here, and I'm not sure where it went. There we go. The first one the first one is this one, and we're just gonna cut and move it over here to the 19th and maybe somewhere. Nope. Paste. I'm gonna go ahead and move all the rest of them over here for the 19th as well, since this is having an issue and it's frustrating me today. Okay, so I don't know why everything is so difficult today. I really don't. But go ahead and get that lined up. I did my sinking fund transfer, and it is $1,498 to put money into my sinking funds every single month. Next, we have a YouTube music up here. And that, I have 2 of them over here. This is the subscription for the music platform that I am allowed to put music onto my YouTube channel, onto the videos and everything. So I went ahead, and I know in last week's video I have a $17.99 monthly charge. It is actually cheaper to do the yearly subscription, so I went ahead and bumped it up to the yearly. So it basically took what I paid for already and then the additional for the rest of the year, so $103 for the rest of the year, and I don't have to think about it. It's one of those things that I will just make sure to save up for in business expenses and all of that type of stuff. The next thing, we have grocery at Walmart and 1113. I don't even remember what I bought. I have the receipts over here, but I don't think it was very much. And then we have one miscellaneous, which was a medical. Actually, it's several medical, so let's go ahead and go through those. So I went to the dermatologist on the 17th to have the stitches removed from where I had a cyst removed, which results came through. It was a pilar cyst, so nothing to be concerned about. So I had to pay for parking, but I did not have to pay any copay or anything like that. So $7.99 was, I think, the parking garage. I absolutely hate the fact that I had to go to a dermatologist where I had to pay for parking, but that's okay. It is what it is. Then I had 2 additional medical bills, and they were for the mammogram. They were both in the $20 range. So not horrible, but one was for the imaging company and one was for the hospital that did it. So it was stuff that my insurance didn't cover on that. So $40 out of my pocket, $45 out of my pocket. Not too bad compared to how much it was when I saw it. Okay, then going on into the 20th, I actually want to cut those. We have a debt payment for the equipment for my home security. We paid that. And then on top of that, the monitoring for the home security system also in there as well. And then we have one restaurant. I went and got tacos and a Dr. Pepper one morning because it was just, last week was a week at work. It was, I treated myself because it was just a horrible week at work. And that's everything that we have for the 20th. Then going on into the 23rd, we have a lot, and I think it's because a lot of the stuff actually happened on the weekend. So I'm going to go ahead and circle all of those, cut them, and move them over here. And we'll start off with Netflix. And then we have a craft at Amazon, and this was, I found a budget notebook. I kind of look around at things to kind of give options to myself, but to other people as well. But it is a budget notebook, a budget spiral, and it's okay. I definitely will share it when I kind of go through budgeting planners for 2024 and all of that type of stuff. So, and hopefully it will still be available on Amazon, but it wasn't too bad. It was $14, but then you add tax and all of that type of stuff. And then we have 2 personal expenses, one at Amazon and one for Walmart. Walmart was to get more deodorant. Amazon was to get some amino acids that have been helping with the, I know in past videos I've been talking about ever since I was sick this summer, and I lost my sense of taste and smell, I have been battling the smell of smoke everywhere I go. I would be more concerned if it were only that I was smelling it in the house, but I smell it when I'm in my car, when I'm at work, when I'm outside. It's just something that I have damage to my olfactory. And the amino acids are actually kind of helping along with some other things that I'm doing, but it seems to be helping a lot more than previously, some of the other stuff that I've done. So then we have 2 groceries, and I'm gonna put those over here just because. So one was Walmart for $14.41. I noticed a lot of groceries. I kind of just went to get some quick items at the store and fill in everything. I also did another order to We, where I ordered the instant coffee that I prefer, along with some other things I cannot for the life of me. Oh, I'm supposed to be eating healthier, but I've been wanting snacky foods a little bit. So I bought some honey butter chips. I ate 1 bag, and the bag is 2 servings, and each serving is, so I ate it over a couple days, but not bad. I have another bag that I can eat. I also got some turtle chips. They're the chocolate ones that I have not tried yet. And then of course choco pies. And then I also ordered a bunch of tabuki and all of that has yet to come in. So I have put in my order for like the next month of just snacky foods to eat when I need a snacky food, and some fast meals as well that are not quite as healthy, but I don't want to deprive myself, because when I deprive myself is when I kind of go through a binging cycle. So, and then the last one we have is a clothing. That's a clothing. Amazon, and it was $32.46. I bought some more pajamas. I've already had 1 pair in a dark blue color with some hearts that I really like. They're viscose. I thought they were supposed to be cotton, like a bamboo type thing. Either way, they're really comfortable, really soft, and since we are moving into fall winter type, I mean, it's still back up in the 80s, I think it's 84 today. 80, feels like 89. We'll be getting cold again next week, so I can actually pull out some of my more comfortable pajamas, and I wanted to get another set of pajamas. And that is it for the 23rd, and then going over into the 24th, we have 2. Oh, it's actually gonna work. Okay. We have Apple One subscription came out, and then a personal at Amazon, and I actually found it cheaper to order Claritin from Amazon than at the store, so I got a pack of 100 Claritin, and that's the allergy medicine that I've been taking since I was sick earlier this year, and that's another thing that has been helping with that burning stuff, that burning smell, getting that kind of to go away. The past 30 days I've been on a generic of Claritin, and it just doesn't seem to be as strong as the CVS brand, and but now I'm going full Claritin on this. And then going on into the 25th, which is today. It actually hasn't cleared my bank account, but I did go ahead and pay it, so I am just going to go ahead and try to add this in here. Why it works on one time and why it doesn't on the other is beyond me. So my water bill was technically due on the 23rd for September, but for some reason I don't understand, because earlier in the month they took out the money to pay for the August one, and then all of my auto pay information just kind of got deleted off the system. And when I went in yesterday to look at the water bill and everything, it's saying your account is past due, and then it says you're set up for automatic payments, but when I went in there it says there were no details for the automatic payments. So it's all been set up now, and I now am paying the water. I am basically going to talk about this at the very end of the video. Kind of past videos I've talked about my water meter situation, so I will give an update at the end of this video. Okay, so that is everything for this month or this week. Let's go ahead and put some no spin trackers, because I do have some here, and I am going to go ahead and clear page, so that way it's ready for next week. And then go over into here, and I am going to get my little buddies over here. There are actually some bills over here that were not used, so because this was one that was a planned bill to come out, it is technically a no spend day. And this website security is also a no spend day because it was planned. And then we also have this day, and I'm actually gonna try to shrink them a little bit to fit in there a little bit better. There we go. And then we also have this day as a no spend because that was an expected cost. And I'm gonna take okay, this guy out over here and put that guy. Okay, we have a no spend over here, and then a no spend right there. Okay, that is where we are at right now with this. My battery light is flashing at me, so I'm gonna be right back to go through all of this, and actually I'm gonna just try to speed through it a little bit. Let's look at this. We're gonna do the bills first. So sinking fund, home security, $40.15. Netflix, $10.81. We had an Apple one as well. And water of $31.49. So water is right here. So I've had a water meter problem, and that's what's going on. I had one payment deferred, that $383 for a month while we are trying to figure out what's going on. Again, I'll give an update at the end of the month, but hopefully the water bills will start going down because I now have the correct meter on in the ground for my house. Okay, So we have all of the bills done. Let's do the debt, $62.25. Okay, $62.25 for home security. And that is it for debt. So let's go ahead and I'm trying to think where we want to begin. We're gonna go over here to this tracker because I have groceries that are over here. So flipping back, let's go ahead and add up all the groceries for this week. So 11, 13, and then 90, 64 plus 14, 41. And that is a total of 116 for 116.18 for this month. And then we are going to add that to the negative of 60 or 673 that I'm over on my groceries. So we are currently at that amount over my groceries. But I knew that's going to happen because I am trying to eat healthier. The Wii haul did not help either on that, but it's stuff that I will not eat all in one sitting. I will eat over time and everything. So let's go back, and we have miscellaneous, which so far pretty much has been medical. The only one is this clothing haul. So I'm out of medical sinking funds, so that is why I'm having to list it as miscellaneous. So we are taking these two amounts over here, and that is a total of $85.37. And we're going to add it to the negative amount that we already have, and that is now that amount. Okay, going on to the next thing. Let's just go ahead. I'll get to the business expense here in a little bit. Go ahead and get into dining. We have $10.02 in dining, but we're going to add that to last week's cash envelope. So we are currently $10.02 plus the $30.74. That was the pizza. Okay. I know there's a lot of back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Got that going. Then let's go ahead and do all the personal. So $14.04 plus $12.70 plus $26.36. Personal care, we already had $60.90. So I'm going to add $60.90 to what that was, and we are currently at $114 over. So personal is $75. So I'm gonna have to adjust some things as the costs go up, but I'm probably not gonna look at that until around December, January, when I'm trying to work on next year's budget, and because things will change by then. So right now I know groceries and personal, it's just prices have gone up on everything. I'm not going to complain about it because it's the way life is right now. And then we have one craft of $16.23, and I already have a $26.94, and we are currently at $43.17. So we're still under budget for crafts, which is good. Okay, the last one is the YouTube music, $103.64, and I'm going to go ahead and check it off. make sure everything else is checked off, and then go to business expenses. And here we are. I am gonna change color yet again. And that happened on, I don't remember what date, so I'll put it back in later. And the company I use is Epidemic Sound, and this is subscription. 103.64. Hopefully I don't have any more business expenses for this month, but that is where we are at right now, and looking good as it is right now. So let's go ahead and flip you around and kind of talk about things that are going on. Okay, if you see me holding a mic, I'm holding the mic because I want to sit a little bit farther away from the computer right now. But I will give a update about the water meter story that's been going on in just a minute, but just kind of recapping what's going on with October. So as far as debt, I know as of today, I have paid one credit card off again. It had $302 on it, so I was able to transfer money from my household sinking fund to put $200.05 towards that credit card payment. And then for my checking account, I did $102 to be able to pay off the $302.05 on the credit card. I also calculated everything out, and I had enough money to go ahead with a buffer to go ahead and transfer $150 over to pay on the business credit card. So I have a little bit more going towards debt. I also did calculate, there were reward points, about $10.80 in reward points on the business credit card that I cashed in and put it as credit on the account. So that's an additional $10.80 I don't have to pay. And so that's where we're at with debt. Next week, when I do the wrap up, I will actually be able to say how much I paid towards debt this month and give a total update on everything. But I'm waiting for the month to close out and everything, and make sure that there aren't any extra charges that are put onto any of the credit cards by the end of the month. And as far as the miscellaneous medical stuff that's going on, I shouldn't have any more for October. I know I have a dentist appointment one of these days in October to finish it out. But I believe my insurance company will pay for all of that. And even if they don't, that my dentist will send me a bill sometime in November whenever my insurance sends the payment. So that won't be until November. And then my podiatrist office called me today to set up an appointment to come in and do my shoe inserts. They received them, so it's time for me to actually go get them put in the shoes and all the fitting and everything like that. So I think I'm going to have to pay the copay on that, but it's going to be in November because that's when the appointment is set for, is November. And then that's it that I can think of for medical for October at least. And then I don't plan on going to the grocery store. I have enough protein and veggies and stuff like that I think I can eat the rest of the meals that I have without having to go to the grocery store. I may have to go to the grocery store to pick up food for the outside cats because it looks like they're almost down to nothing, and I'm going to push the Chewy delivery to sometime in November, so that way it's not, the $300 or something like that is not coming out in October. Months, they're all merging into one right now. Okay, now let's talk about the water meter situation. For those of you that are new, I've been dealing with a very high water bill for technically a couple years now. And it finally got to the extremes in August when I got a bill for $383 for the use of 16,000 gallons. I do not have a pool. I did not have a leak. I did all of this stuff. I contacted the city twice, and then they finally sent a technician out while I was there at the house, and I could talk to the technician and explain what was happening, stand out there while I kind of was listening to him argue with his meter shop and everything like that. So I was able, so I was able to get that resolved. And what really happened is that the meter that was installed there was something wrong with it. So the meter itself was a 5/8 meter, 5/8 inch meter. The dial on the top was calibrated for a 1-inch meter. So it was reading more gallons than actually was getting pushed through the line. And that was where I was pulling more gallons than I technically was. So they were going to send it back to the meter shop and make sure that that's exactly what was happening, which we could tell that was actually happening. I did get a new meter during that time, and I have gone out today between a little bit of rain and actually took a picture of the water meter, brand new water meter. So it started off at 0 on September 25th when that meter was put in, and since then I've used 1,720 gallons as of today, around 4:15 on the 26th of October. So it's been a full month since I've had this new meter in. So since this meter was put in, I have not heard back from the city at all about anything, but I was kind of waiting to call them back until I had a full month with the meter and could actually verify that my usage is a lot lower than it was previously. Nothing changed. I was doing the same amount of showering, bathing, laundry, dishes, all of that type of stuff. I also, in this month, worked on the bathroom refresh. So I was using a lot of water to clean out the paint brushes and paint rollers and all paint supplies and all of that type of stuff. So there was water used. So the fact that I am at 1,720 gallons today, a month after this new meter was put in, I can go back to the city and contact their customer service and try to figure out what's going on, if I should be contacting someone else on all of this, because what's going to happen is basically the meter shop will look at the meter, do everything, and then they will also go back and have to investigate when the meter was put into the ground, and then go back to their accounting finance group and backtrack and figure out how much, like they have to figure out how many gallons it was over reading, and then try to figure out how much to credit my account. They will, since I currently have a water account with them, they will not actually send me a check. They will just credit the account back, and I'm not sure how far back they'll have to go because I don't know when the meter was put in. It may have to go back to when my parents lived here before they retired and moved out of Houston, because I've kept the water account in my dad's name. It's just simpler that way. But I will be able to kind of fight this a little bit. And but having the current meter reading and everything, it is something to say, okay, last month, well, September, it read 0 because the new meter was put in. But the previous month, it was 16,000 gallons. The month before, I think it was 11,000 gallons. Then it was 9, 8, 7, 11, 10. It bounced all around. And that's been going on for a couple years now. I noticed that at some point it went from like 3 to 4 to 5,000 gallons, and then it just kept going up. And I was like, okay, well, I have cats that are having, drinking water, and they're playing with water and all of this type of stuff. And nope, the meter was wrong. So that is where we are at with that. So it's still a fight. It's not really a fight. It's still in discussion mode. It's not there's nothing legal on it. I could, get a lawyer and do all of that, but I don't want to pay for any of that. So I just want to be able to have them comp me for how much we've been overpaying on water when we haven't been using that amount of water for years now. So what will happen with the credits is basically I won't have to pay a water bill as soon as they credit my account, and it's probably going to be a lot. It's probably going to be a lot of money, which I'd rather see the cash in hand, but if I don't have to pay a water bill, so that's where we're at right now. So I will follow up it's probably going to be sometime in November. I'm just thinking we're going to move into month-end close next week, and then it's election week, and it's probably not going to be until after elections or something like that. And I, get past the first 2 weeks of November that I will be able to have time to call the city and try to get all this hashed out and everything. So, more to come on that, but that is where we are at right now. I am thankful to have a new meter that is actually reading the right way, so my bills will actually be a lot less than they were before. And yeah, that's where we're at. So I am planning on doing a wrap up on next Friday's budget check-in for October. So I will be able to give you a update on how much is going into all of the sinking funds, how much debt I am, how much less in debt I am. Hopefully it's less in debt, and compared to last month, and then move on into November. I will be working on a cleaning video. I need to finish up cleaning the rest of the house for Sunday. So that is what is the next video after this one, is a cleaning video where I'm going to be working on resetting the house. I need to get out and do yard work, weather permitting, this weekend. And then, it's raining. It's been raining for 2 days now. Not complaining. The rain is good. The rain is good compared to a drought and excessive heat. So, but weather permitting, I need to do yard work. I am also deep cleaning the front room and the dining room as well. So that is what will be in Sunday's video. And on Wednesday's video, it is still up in the air on that. It's going to be between two videos. It's going to be either the budget check-in, or not budget check-in, but November budget setup, or a sponsored video that I still need to film and, verify everything. And, it may need to be approved. I can't remember, honestly. So that is what's going on. So it's either going to be a sponsored video that is something about home maintenance type stuff, and then, or it will be the November setup, which I will be using sort of the same forms. I need to design those in Canva and get those available for you guys. So the first 2 Wednesday videos will be one of those 2, and then the bathroom refreshes will start up that 3rd week of November. So it's 1st, the 8th, whatever the Wednesday is after the 8th. I can't remember at this point, and I don't have any calendars up in front of me right now. So that will be bathroom refresh, at least one video. I haven't edited any of those, so it may be 1, 2, 3. I'm not quite sure. But we have a plan, at least going through the majority of November, on at least some type of video ideas. So I hope that you subscribe and hit the notification bell so that way you are notified whenever I do post these videos. Thank you, everybody, and have a wonderful weekend. Bye, everybody.